Can we start this now? Are you ready?
Sure.
That's what you want. I'm gonna need you to chill out. Just chill out, okay? Chill out. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, Michael and I have been married for almost 6 years. We got married in May 2010, and before we got married, we discussed, children, and we had decided that we wanted to wait 5 years before we attempted to have any children. A couple of months into our marriage, I think it was, I decided that I wanted to have a baby. Just all of a sudden, I started getting all baby feverish, which was weird because before I met Michael, I had decided a while back ago that I did not want to have children of my own, and I just wanted to adopt because of all the children that are out there that don't have homes. But for something about this face right here, something about that face right there gave me baby fever. So I talked to him about it. And, because obviously we wanted to come to a conclusion together. And he agreed that we could start trying to have a baby. So then I stopped taking birth control. And we didn't really...
Actively try?
Yeah. We didn't actively try.
We didn't try not to.
Yeah, we didn't try to prevent it, but we didn't, try any extraordinary measures until about 3 years ago?
Yeah, probably about 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago, we started doing different things. We obviously aren't the healthiest of people, so we've tried a fertility-rich diet because supposedly there's certain foods that you can eat that maximize your fertility-ness. And we, of course, have tried working out and being healthier, which I was able to do actually at one point.
So was I.
Yeah. Yeah, if I eat good, then he eats good. There was times where I tracked my ovulation and I took my temperature every morning, and there's all those things that people tell you to do, like after sex, put your legs over your head and things like that. And I've done so much research, and nothing was happening. So every month I'd get my hopes up because no matter what was happening, I could feel completely normal, but I'd imagine some symptom of pregnancy. And so then when my period came, I would just be devastated. Every month is so sad. And of course he cares, but at the same time he's just like, okay, whatever. So
Try again.
yeah, not the way I was feeling. So 2 years ago actually now is when we decided that maybe we should try and see a fertility specialist. But the way the insurance works through his job, you have to go to a certain place first. So we went to that hospital that we had to go to, and they don't really do that stuff there. Well, they don't have specialists, but they did run some tests. They said that I was completely fine and that Michael had low motility. Don't know what that means. Oh, you can tell him. I was going to tell him to look it up, but I was going to teach them to provide for their own.
That's how the little men swim.
Or
Which
don't.
Or don't in this case.
In his case. He had very, very low motility, but everything else was fine in that case. And the doctor actually suggested in vitro.
Yeah.
But he told us that maybe if we went to California or something, the next place that we go, that they would have a clinic there that would be provided in our insurance. So we weren't totally disappointed at that point in time because we thought our insurance would cover it.
Yeah.
And then a while after that, we finally decided to call our insurance. I mean, this was quite a bit afterwards. It wasn't like a couple of days or something. We just believed what that doctor said.
Yeah.
And we found out that our insurance there is no place that our insurance covers this kind of stuff. In vitro. Well,
They don't cover the in vitro. They don't cover even, what's the other one?
Artificial insemination.
Artificial insemination. The procedure itself.
Yes.
They'll cover the medication and the appointments up, I think, one time.
Anyway. So I personally anyway, was really upset when we found that out because I was like, we would never, ever be able to afford in vitro. So I basically thought the only way it would happen is if we just got pregnant on our own, which it wasn't happening. So, we waited a while, and then we had a friend, Anna, that talked to me about, some people that she knows, and, she basically encouraged us to go back and see a doctor and see about getting referred to a fertility clinic. So, we finally did, and that was in
8 months
October?
ago? Six
That was in
months ago?
October.
Yeah.
So we went to the hospital that we had to go to first to get the referral, because we had to go through them to get the referral to the fertility clinic. And we went and we got the referral. But we had
After a couple months.
We had a really hard time getting it happen. First, the doctor put it through under the wrong name, and then once the referral actually reached my insurance, the insurance company was having a hard time getting it faxed over to the doctor, so I couldn't make the appointment until the fax went through the doctor. It was just a hassle. It actually took until it must have been
January.
It was close to the end of January when I actually was able to make an appointment.
So our first appointment was February 29th.
Yes, our first appointment at the fertility clinic was February 29th. So we've already started this process, but just barely. We're at the beginning. You know, the first appointment basically just talks about what they would do, like if you have to do in vitro, what that process is. They didn't really talk about artificial insemination very much, but I guess I don't know.
Really.
She did talk about artificial insemination or in vitro.
Yeah.
I don't know why she did that, but she did. And then they talked about the cost of everything and tried to tell us what our insurance covered, which thankfully, not their fault, but thankfully they were a little off, not entirely off. They thought that our referral that we had was only good for the consultation. Luckily, it's good for 4 more visits.
Yeah.
So,
they were about $2,000 a month off.
Yeah, because they said that we would have to pay for the medication, which we found out we wouldn't have to. And if we had to pay for the medication, that would be like $2,000 a month. In another video, I will show you the chart of the costs and stuff, because I feel like that's really important for anybody that's going through this. Especially if you don't have insurance or something of that liking. It's so expensive. I mean, it's still going to probably be expensive for us.
Yeah.
But, you know, thanks to our insurance, thanks to his job, it won't be as bad. What else did they talk about? We found out they had a grant that
we could apply for to cover all of the expenses, but that's not until next month.
Yeah. So.
And no one applied for it last year.
Yeah, but if we get to that point, it's nice to know that could be there. So, you know, in your situation as well, you just have to think to ask these questions, because they are out there. There are people that want to help.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that was pretty much it that happened in the first appointment. They gave me a paper of what they want me to do, so I know what my next 4 appointments are going to be like. My next appointment is tomorrow, actually. I'm going to go and have blood taken.
She likes that.
No, I hate having blood taken. I can't remember exactly what it's for. I'll tell you later. But it's supposed to be on the 21st day of my cycle. And then the appointment after that, I'll go to get blood taken on the 2nd to 5th day of my cycle. And that's going to cover the rest of what they need from my blood tested, except for my vitamin D, because right now I'm on vitamin D supplements because my vitamin D is really low. So once I'm done taking that, they have to check that. And then after that, I have to go and get a saline sonogram, I believe is what it's called, and that's where they'll take a catheter and put it into my uterus and fill me up with saline and do an ultrasound to make sure that my fallopian tubes are open, and I believe that's what it does. Basically just checking to make sure that there's nothing in there that would cause an egg or an embryo. It would be an egg, wouldn't it? Not an embryo. It's not an embryo until it's like implanted.
Embryo.
An embryo from implanting in my uterus. So I'm not looking forward to that because I've never done anything like it. So I'm a little nervous. But, yeah. That's pretty much it so far. I've just been feeling that I should make some videos and post them so maybe they can help somebody else, because I know there's been plenty of times that going through this process that I personally have felt
Lost.
so alone. He tries to act like he understands. He doesn't at all. And that's the thing. Husbands can't understand. They just can't.
No, not really.
So, but another thing to remember, because I didn't realize it at first, is there's so many people go through this. And most likely you know somebody that's going through it. And it's really important to find somebody else that is going through it to help you to get through it. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of trying to do. Not that that is what this is all going to be about. I'm going to keep posting these whether you want me to or not, so you know.
Watch them if you like. Watch them if you don't like.
Yes. Just watch it. No matter what. Just watch it. Because if you don't, the dog gets it. The dog gets it. Hi guys. I just wanted to put a quick video at the end of this because it seems like we end rather abruptly. There's Aiden. Hi Aiden. You have no head. Ah! Anyway, thank you for watching. I know it was kind of long and probably not the most exciting, but you know, we got the majority bulk of information out and about, so hopefully now the videos can be better, more entertaining, now that we got that stuff out of the way. But anyway, so if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them or make a video for you or whatever. And yeah. Okay, bye guys.